Are we all seeing what's happening with Andrew and the Integrity Commission? So let me explain it to you as best as I can in layman's terms based on what my understanding of the article and the documents that I've read are. So essentially, Andrew Holiness and his wife owned a number of companies. In their earnings reports over the last few years, there are some inconsistencies in the growth of their earnings and their net worth and assets and deposits. So essentially, what the Integrity Commission is now saying is that in order for them to certify his earnings, they would need to have a further breakdown of his expenditures and expenses for each of the companies. So they would need that in order to then go ahead and certify and say he's okay. So essentially, Andrew is saying that he's not willing to give them that because that is a breach of his privacy. So what he is now challenging is a portion of anti-corruption legislation, saying that is unconstitutional because what they're asking for does not protect his privacy. And everything that's in the Constitution, such as the right to privacy, it takes precedent, meaning that it supersedes anything that comes after, such as like anti-corruption legislation. So if in essence it breaches his constitutional right for privacy, then he does somewhat have a case. Now, I'm a huge supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party. Everybody knows this. However, at this juncture, I'm not able to continue to make excuses for the Prime Minister. What he is attempting to do is actually quite disgraceful and disappointing. Years from now, we will look back at the Andrew Holiness tenure and be disgusted at some of the things that we have allowed to happen. Now, while I have genuine love for Andrew and I think he is much better of a leader than the opposition, I think that there are a lot of blunders that have happened in his leadership. The Prime Minister's wife being in representational politics has always caused ethical concerns. The fact that he snuck her in as a member of parliament and then promoted her to Speaker of the House is highly inappropriate. And while I don't question her effectiveness, as I think she's excelled in both roles, it's definitely always been a conflict of interest. While I've traditionally supported the Jamaica Labour Party and Andrew Holiness and his administration, I think that it would be in very good taste if he just gave them what they wanted. It would also show that he respects the Integrity Commission and the anti-corruption legislation. The fact that he's going to these lengths to not comply with their requests shows that he has a lot to hide.
So the Labour rang them finally wake up and realize the Prime Minister is nothing but a dictator with his dictatorship, and I try to hold on everybody and stop them from talk. And he might try to prevent himself from going to prison as well. Andrew Holiness is one of the biggest criminals in Jamaica at this moment, apart from Horace Strong, Darrell Valls, and the rest of Labour Party members them. People, a full time, we the people of Jamaica, wake up, get up, and stand up for our right. Andrew Holiness need to resign like right now, because if the Jamaican Labour Party members, supporters, come to terms that this man is a liar and a wicked man, then who are we not to come to realization? Come on, people. Andrew Holiness is one of the wickedest Prime Minister ever grace the face of earth. In wickeder than Bruce Golding, in wickeder than Siaga, in wickeder than every single body else away in the Jamaican Labour Party. Andrew Holiness is a controlling freak, a dictator, and a monster, and a criminal. People, if you don't believe that Andrew Holiness is a criminal and should resign right now, then leave a like on this video and share this video. Make we spread the message out there. If you don't believe that Andrew Holiness is a criminal, a thief, a dictator, and he should resign right now and go to prison, then leave a like on this video and share the video right now. Bless up to my viewers and my subscribers them. May hope everybody having a blessed and a wonderful day. Now, my viewers and my subscribers, remember, in everything you do, always put God first. In every any situation, just always remember to call upon God. Always remember to pray, because a prayer day keep the devil away. Now, my viewers and my subscribers, we have a lot coming up inside this update. So you definitely don't want to miss none. So leave a like on this video, give it a thumbs up, watch the video until the end, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed as yet. Alright, we move forward. So welcome back to my viewers and my subscribers them. Big up to all of my viewers, big up to all of my subscribers them. We continually support the channel and help the channel to grow. Now, remember to leave a like on this video. Remember to give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you're a new viewers, first time on my channel, then please subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notification bell so whenever we drop new content, you will be first to be notified. Share the content with a friend, a family, a loved one. Share it on your social media platform. And people, remember, we are on our way to 100,000 subscribers. So please, subscribe if you haven't subscribed as yet. Now is the right time for you to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell for new content. Alright? So now my viewers and my subscribers, we are still on the journey of this corrupted Prime Minister that them call Andrew Holiness. Because we not stop expose this man, right? And more people start be brave enough to speak out against Andrew wicked holiness. And people, in support of exposing this man, just like the video and share the video, because we want the message to reach the undecided voters out there. Make them see who them really are deal with. Make them see the type of criminal, the type of wicked, the type of evil man that they are really dealing with at this given moment. People, a full-time Jamaica wake up. A full-time on look out on our eye. A full-time on put politics aside and stand up for the country, Jamaica, land we love. Andrew Holiness is nothing but a criminal and a dictator. And he should resign. He should go to prison. He should leave Jamaican house right now because he is nothing but a dictator and a criminal.
If you've been following the Jamaican news recently, then by now you'll be aware of the Prime Minister's petition to deem the Integrity Commission's actions and authorities unconstitutional. Let me remind the Jamaican public that the Integrity Commission was enacted, selected, and activated by the government to serve the government. Now, all these years, the Integrity Commissions and its actions and authority was deemed constitutional until their authority challenges the actions and statement of the Prime Minister. Now, Jamaicans, if this is not clear indication and clear evidence that we have a nation that is being run by illicit elites, then you must be blind. If you cannot see that this nation has a bunch of laws that only affects the poor, then you must be blind. Now, if the Prime Minister is innocent and all his statements and actions are deemed credible, allow the investigation to go through, allow the findings to be published, and then if you have any concerns about the findings, you present your evidence and documentation to clear your name. Then, if it is okay for us to get rid of a piece of legislation that monitors illicit enrichment of public officials, why can't we get rid of the legislation that allows the system to investigate and ban police officers and JDF officers who are overworked and underpaid and are considered to be accepting bribes? Why can't we ban those legislation? Why can't we ban the legislation that allows law enforcement officers to stop average Jamaican citizens carrying a bag of cement or carrying a few buckets or a few bags of feeding in their car without a green license plate? Why don't we ban the legislation that allows the rich to have events until 8 a.m. in the morning, but the poor to have events that ends at 2 a.m.? Why can't we ban these legislations? but we want to ban the legislations that impacts the Prime Minister. How sorry. Now the Jamaican public, we are not saying that any political leader or any political party is better than the other. What we're saying is we do not want leaders who think they're immune to criticism, immune to the law, and immune to rules and regulations. And better yet, immune to prosecution. You cannot live in a nation that is supposed to be democratic and having an autocratic leadership. Authoritative leadership. We cannot allow that to happen in Jamaica. And if we are not going to open our eyes and understand that we are headed to a part of dictatorship, you know, blind. You know, see, you can't challenge the Prime Minister in a no way at all. You know, blind.
Dr. Led, me tell them say just one more term and Jamaica not have no freedom of speech. Jamaica can't even speak out of their own mouth and you can't even move if the Prime Minister not tell us if he move. This what the Prime Minister do are evil. This what the Prime Minister do are evil. And let me tell you this. Not even a gang leader no behave like how Andrew Holiness behave. Andrew Holiness behave like a drug cartel. Hey, people, me don't know if you really are looking to what going on, you know. But what is really going on at this given moment, you know, people, I know nothing normal, you know. When you look at the pastor, them are turn against Andrew Holiness now. Trust me.
Mr. Prime Minister, Minister of Health and Wellness, those of you who craft this order, I don't know what to say to you, but the Holy Ghost within me tells me that this order is working against the church. It's working against the body of Christ. Mr. Prime Minister, I was watching a program last night and you declare me to be your good friend. My good friend, I'm telling you, sir, this order, God gets no glory out of it. And it's making the society worse than it ought to be. You are crippling the fountain of life that gives life to the nation. You're blocking the well. Somebody give me a chance in this house and plant this. You're blocking the well. You're stopping the fountain. Shakonda Bohura Babasata. Loose the church, loose the church, loose the church, loose the church, loose the church. You're destroying the foundation. And if the foundation be destroyed, what can the nation do?
Andrew Holiness is everything bad for this country. Andrew Holiness is a virus to this country. Andrew Holiness is very, 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 very evil. And people, if you watch the video and you not like the video and share the video yet, then like the video and share the video right now. Because we definitely need to get the message across. So the undecided voters them, where people are fooled. I tell them say Andrew Holiness is one of the best prime minister, can definitely see what's going on and see that people are speaking out against this evil prime minister, this wicked, devilish prime minister. People like and share the video. Let's check out some more people.
I don't understand how Jamaicans are surprised at the lack of empathy on the part of our current Prime Minister and his administration. Like, let's just look at the last election that was called. This was done in the height of a pandemic. It was rushed because it wasn't due anytime soon. How was that to the benefit of Jamaican people? I'm still wondering to this day how that election was in our best interest. Someone please enlighten me, because from where I am standing, it seems like it was just used as a political advantage. Remember, this is the same government that had us on some insane lockdowns and curfews. People were struggling to pay them bills, to feed their family, because we had to stay home, stay home, stay home. But all of a sudden, it was okay now to risk our lives and the safety of others to go out and cast a vote. Does that seem like a leader that was taking our best interest at heart? To be content with little or mediocrity when more or better can be done is to lack ambition. To justify the poor leadership of the government on the grounds that, oh, the opposition is no better is such poor reasoning. And it's that kind of reasoning that causes this cycle of poor leadership, of corruption within our government. If we started holding the leaders accountable, regardless of what party, then whoever is not in power would realize, listen, when I get into power, I can do the same foolishness that previous administration did, because these Jamaicans, they don't play and they don't care what party you are. They just want to know that whoever is in power does right by the Jamaican people. That's where real change is going to start. If you don't love yourself enough to demand better, why should these politicians do right by us? Sometimes you have to demand the treatment that you want, and you can't just rely on people's nobility or morality to do it for you. Also, for the people who like to defend the corruption of this government, I would urge you to learn some self-love, learn some pride, to want better for yourself and want better for your kids. You know, like your ancestors did. They didn't use the excuse of, oh, I was born into slavery, I came and saw my parents being slaves, so you know what, let me just accept this as the status quo. No, they loved themselves enough, and they loved their kids and their grandkids enough to fight for a freedom that they themselves would never enjoy, but their kids and their grandkids was going to enjoy. So love your kids enough to want to create a better Jamaica for them. It's so sad that Jamaicans are so accustomed to poor leadership that when intelligent, sensible people hold the current government accountable or speak out about the injustice of the current government, boy, let me be respectful. I don't want to call y'all idiots, but it just seems so stupid to me that you're going to defend poor leadership. Like, do you not have standards? Do you not have children? Do you not want a better future for them? Because that's what you're telling me. The fact that you're content with this hogwash leadership tells me that not only do you not love yourselves, you don't even love your kids to want to give them a better future. And for those of you saying that the government is doing such a good job, give specifics and stop talking claptrap on people's pages. Because you just saying, oh, it's good with nothing behind it, is you saying a whole lot of nothing. And furthermore, when you choose to be a leader, you choose to be in a position where you are held accountable. Just like if you are a parent, you chose to have kids, so you chose that responsibility, and you chose to be in a position where you can be held accountable if you are not taking care of those responsibilities. So as a parent, you're not minding your child. That's why you can be taken to court for maintenance. That's why kids have rights, so that parents can do right by them, and if they are not, they can be held accountable by the law. And it's the same with the government. Just like how a parent chooses to have kids, the PM himself chose to be a leader. Nobody never dig him up in Spanish Town and beg him to serve the Jamaican people. Him take up himself and decided he wanted to serve. He's the same one who swore to be a good and faithful prime minister. Not my words, his. So holding him accountable has nothing to do with my personal feelings towards him. Holding him accountable has to do with his leadership, what he promised to do and what he ought to do based on the trust that Jamaicans have given him to serve as prime minister.
Now, I am convinced that the Labour right them are from a different planet. Or maybe because they are afraid of Andrew Holiness, them defend him with every stupidness what him do, every evilness what him do. Them defend this man with it. Now, when you check it out, you see some Jamaican Labour Party supporters, are defend Andrew Holiness, and they say Andrew Holiness would never thief. Andrew Holiness this, and then willing to give up title for defend Andrew Holiness. I said to myself, so these people, they are so low-minded. I have to really wonder to myself, say, if these people were born the same way how we born, if they have the same wisdom, knowledge, and understanding as we, but then again, they maybe not have none.
This has been unfairly targeted.
I know him not going to win. Because I lie them, I tell upon him. He no need to do that. He no need to thief money. We dey back of him and we have him back. He can't lose. He can't lose. None at all. Andrew grow good. Me know him mother. Me know him father. He no grow drag up. Andrew a good man. Him no go for thief government money.
Attorneys acting on behalf of the Prime Minister have since sought the court's intervention in the matter, and his passionate supporters say they will find means to help with the legal costs if it comes to that.
And if you have enough money, if you have 50 million pounds, and even tell her upon him, you have a big title put on for him. Figure liar.
The JLP supporters were among hundreds of loyalists who took over the streets of northeastern St. Anne on Monday as Matthew Samuda romped to victory in the by-election. First-time MP...
A people like a Uno make Holiness I do all of the madness and the stupidness why I do. People like a Uno will defend him, make him feel like I say yes, him do something that is right. People like a Uno will defend wrongs. A people like a Uno make criminal a plague Jamaica. Because we not defend every single wrong, every single nastiness, everything we want can defend, we not defend it. We don't even know right from wrong. People like I want to make a country can't come no better. Someone is a national disgrace to this land. Someone is a national disgrace to this land. And sometimes, I wonder if we don't have no God in our. Because someone look like a devil on herself, you know. Someone look like a devil. So me wonder if we don't have no God in our. Me wonder if we don't have no God in our. People, if you don't like and share the video yet, like and share the video. Make we spread the message. Now, Andrew Wallace and his team did not sign the Integrity Commission Code of Conduct. Why them not sign it? Why are only the PNP alone sign the Integrity Commission Code of Conduct? That is simply mean them not intend to stop the corruption. Them love corruption. Them indulge in a corruption. Them live in a corruption. Corruption sweet them. Them heat corruption. Them talk corruption. All of them are corruption. Remember that, people.
JLP haven't signed yet. What are they waiting on?
Provide is that you're not there.
Something all right. Something all right, yeah.
I'm Angela Brownberg, Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Southwestern, and I signed the Code of Conduct for parliamentarians in 2023.
I am Luther Cousins, Member of Parliament for Clarendon Southwestern, and I signed the Code of Conduct for parliamentarians in 2023.
Dennis Daly, Member of Parliament, St. Catherine Eastern. I signed the Code of Conduct for parliamentarians in 2023.
I am Mark Golding, Leader of the Opposition and MP for South St. Andrew, and I signed the Code of Conduct for parliamentarians in 2023.
Hugh Graham, MP for St. Catherine Northwestern, signed the Code of Conduct for parliamentarians in 2023.
I am Maurice Guy, Member of Parliament for St. Mary Central. I signed the Code of Conduct for parliamentarians in 2023.
Lisa Hanna, MP for South East St. Anne, signed the Code of Conduct for parliamentarians in 2023.
I am Anthony Hilton, Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Western, and I signed the Code of Conduct for parliamentarians in 2023.
I am Fitz Jackson, Member of Parliament for St. Catherine Southern, and I have signed the Code of Conduct for parliamentarians in 2023.
I am Natalie Nita Garvey, Member of Parliament, North Central St. Catherine, and I signed the Code of Conduct in 2023.
I am Philip Paulwell, MP for Kingston East and Port Royal, and I signed the Code of Conduct for parliamentarians in 2023.
I am Michael Phillips, Member of Parliament for Manchester Northwestern, and I signed the Code of Conduct for parliamentarians in 2023.
I am Peter Phillips, Member of Parliament for St. Andrew East Central, and I signed the Code of Conduct for parliamentarians in 2023.
I am Julian Robinson, Member of Parliament for South East St. Andrew, and I have signed the Code of Conduct for parliamentarians in 2023.
Jamaican people want better.
The director of corruption prosecution is a lady by the name of Keisha Prince Kamika. She's obviously another legal luminary. She used to work with the DPP's office, and she rose to the level of
Deputy Director of Prosecution. The Executive Director is, of course, Mr. Greg Christie, who made him name basically as the former Contractor General of Jamaica. He's also an attorney at law. Now, me not tell you lie, me did surprise when we see them name here now. Because me did think when we come on the Integrity Commission list, Mother see KD Knight and Philip Palwell and the whole of the PNP officer and all of them. You know. Me never know say them kind of distinguished Jamaicans. Yeah. Bro God say, I try embarrass him and tear him down and do him up. And by the way, people, before you even move another muscle on the brain, I also sought to find out the method and the modus operandi of the appointment of the members of the Integrity Commission. Guess who appointed the members of the Integrity Commission? Yes, the government. In consultation, I understand, with the opposition. So the Honorable Brogan and the government were in full support and participated enthusiastically in the appointment of these erudite Jamaicans to chair the oversight body for the conduct of public servants.
So Andrew Holiness was the one that hired these people, the Integrity Commission people. Him. Now he is against them because them not ruling in favor. And him believe say them fi support him corruption why am I going with. What can go so? Andrew Holiness, what can go so? You is a corruption and you need to resign. You need to resign, Mr. Bro Devil. You need to resign from office. Step away, walk away while you can. You don't have no integrity, no moral. And you need to resign. And the people of Jamaica need to stand up and call on you to resign. People state a thought on this down below in the comment section. And as usual, remember, leave a like on this video.
And one quite extraordinary statement there, which says, and I quote, Mr. President, Jamaica currently has a booming economy, end quote. Now, he said that, and it's in his text. So I would really like the Minister, Madam President, to give us some specific data to support his statement, because it is certainly inconsistent with the publications by PIOJ, by Statin, and the forecast given by the Bank of Jamaica in its last quarterly briefing. So specifically, the PIOJ released the second quarter growth figures, which show an economy that's stalled. Its preliminary estimate is 0.1%. The preliminary estimate for growth in the quarter ending June 2024 is 0.1%. 0.1%. Right? Less than 1%. 1/10 of 1%. And we know that these figures are often revised downwards. Can be revised upwards as well, but they're often revised downwards. And I want to put emphasis to say this did not include the impact of burial, because this would have been up to June 30th. So we hadn't seen the burial impact at that point. But in fact, if you graph the last 8 or so quarters, from 2 years prior, ending in the quarter ending June, you will see a steady downward decline. Since that quarter and since that publication, the Bank of Jamaica has forecast that there will be negative growth in this quarter, ending September. They have predicted there will be negative growth, a decline in the economy. And I think there's a fairly strong chance that the second half of this year, the economy will be in recession. You know, I realized the minister was really scratching for something positive when he celebrated a cafe at UA opening. A cafe at UA opening, the investment value of approximately a two-bedroom house, a two-bedroom scheme house. I know that he was struggling. There are many more two-bedroom houses that you could probably announce one by one. That costs 30 million, Minister. But it doesn't, all of these figures, all of these I've quoted from reputable sources, not gaslighting sources, reputable sources, not known to be gaslighters. All of that data from the World Bank Group, from Statin, from PIOJ, from BOJ, all that data contradicts your suggestion of a booming economy. Shows an economy that had stalled by the end of June and is now in decline, and quite likely could be in recession by the end of the year.